So what is a clutch kick? Clutch kick, it's pretty self-explanatory in a lot of ways. It is literally, you're not kicking it like a freaking ninja. We're not doing fucking roundhouse Chuck Norris. We're just like pushing the clutch in basically. It should be a clutch push. You know what? Let's comment below if you think we should rename it to clutch push, because it's really more what it is. But basically, you're on throttle, pushing in the clutch, and you're jolting those rear wheels, and that's allowing you to do a number of things. Either enter a drift, or get the engine to spool up if you're in like a turbo car or a low powered car, something like that. Let's talk about how the clutch kick actually works in the car. So if you're a car guy, and I'm sure you are if you're watching this, you might know generally how it works, right? You have your engine, that gets the power goes out through the crankshaft, through flywheel, clutch, transmission, drive shaft, diff, axles, to the tires, to the ground, right? Our clutch is what connects the two halves together, right? So that's in between the engine and the transmission, and it's what connects them together. If you have it in neutral, it's disconnected, right? And so what we're doing is we're actually disconnecting the powertrain for a while, or for a moment rather, and then forcefully engaging it back. And what that's gonna do is chirp those rear tires because it's not smooth, and that allows you to do all these different techniques that we're talking about. Clutch kick is what I always recommend for beginner drifters to learn how to enter the corner. I always say avoid using the handbrake until you can kind of chain the whole track. So this is really a great technique to learn early on, right as you're getting going. It's the best way to enter and get the feeling of the car swinging out, getting back on throttle, catching it, allowing it to grip up, all that stuff. So the other great thing that clutch kick is for, if you're a turb ski guy like this guy, not only can it be used for entering, but it's also a tool we use even at professional level. It's used all the time to, especially with these turbo cars, to kind of modulate the power band since they're not quite as linear as like a V8 or something like that. Real quick, before we get going, let's talk about kind of what's going on with the car off. I'm a big fan of practicing these things, kind of like even in your garage with your car off, or if you're waiting for the track to open, whatever it is. Practice some of these techniques with the car off. Believe it or not, you can learn a lot, and you can kind of go through that motion. The clutch kick is, let's say we're going down the straight and we want to enter, we want to initiate that drift. So we're going to be on throttle, right? All we're gonna do is basically slip that clutch. You don't necessarily need to go all the way down. Sometimes, depending on the car, it's gonna change, so it really depends on the power and the clutch type that you have, but it really is just kind of a, and that's gonna jolt that and get you drifting. And then if you're in the drift, so let's say we're mid-drift right now, you really can just kind of slip that clutch and get the motor to spool back up, or you can even do a harsher clutch kick if you really needed to get to spool up fast. So it really just kind of practice that motion. It's good to practice getting the feel for it before you actually go and try it on track. But now, let's do some clutch kicks. Alrighty guys, that is how to clutch kick. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, help us build up this channel. JMO and I are doing this full time, so we really appreciate all your support thus far. Let's make this thing blow up, guys. Let's be the greatest automotive channel out there. We can do it. Alright, leave us some comments, tell us what other how-tos you guys want to see. If you like something, if you didn't like it, let us know. We answer everything and we're here for you guys. See you guys in a couple days. Peace.